Welcome back. In the last video we looked at the select case statement. So in this video we'll be looking at the loop statements. There are different loops in Visual Basic, but I will first consider the for loop. We have the for loop, we have the while loop, we have the while do loop, we have the for each loop, and we have the do while loop. So there are 5 types of loops in Visual Basic. So consider first for the for loop, this for loop, or I think you can just consider for all the loops. So we'll just call it looping. Just call it for loop, but in this aspect we'll consider for all the loops. Okay, so this someone was asking if it's necessary, if it's a must, I must give a space before putting my sub main, but actually it's not a must. But for clean code, I like giving a space before having my sub main. Good. So this will be looking at loop. So let's assume we want to print a number from 1 to 10. We want to output it. So I'll make a simple for. Look at the structure for counter as data type, which is for I, a variable, as integer. It's equal to what? It's equals to what? I want to start from 1 to it will stop at 10. From 1 to 10. Then this is what I want. I want console dot write line I. So it will just write I for me. I want it to write I for me. That is just a simple loop. So remember, I have to come to tutorial and change this from select case to for loop. Then I go back, I can run my program and see, okay, it will run very fast. I've forgotten to add something again, which is that console dot read key. So just after the next, I can make this console dot read key. I can make this, then I can run this, so I will be able to see my numbers written down from 1 to 10. This is just a simple way vbdotnet uses for loop. This for loop in vb.net, and also look at another kind of loop, which is the while loop in vb.net. So I can call this is for loop. So I want the next one, and let me comment this out. This way I can come to my comments. I want the next to be a while loop. So this is what I want. I extend the condition to be done while it is true. I want a certain statement to be executed while it is true. So first I will assign a number. I'll say dim I as integer equals to 1, just like what I did above. Then what will I do next? I'll say y I is less than or equal to 10. Then what should it do? It should do what? Console dot write I, but there's something that is very important, so that it will not go into an infinite loop. So it's not going to an infinite loop. What I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, with this I'm good to go. So when I run this, you see the code just be executed. Just the way I want it to be. So if I venture I forgot to include this incremental condition and I run this code, you see something very disastrous will happen. I run this code, you see that it will just continue to run endlessly. You see, this is just running endlessly. It will not stop forever. So when you are using the while loop, you should ensure that you have your incremental condition or your decrement, and it is very necessary. Please don't forget to do that. That is the while loop. So I can just comment this off and show you another kind of loop. So let me show you another kind of loop, which I'll call is do while or why do. We have the why do loop. So which is this. So I'll pick this also as my definition, as my statement for I. So I'll say why, you see, do why. Okay, it's do why I is what is less than or equal to 10. Sorry, the next is do until. Is do why, not why do. Is do why loop. Is do why loop. Is do why loop. Then what like with this. So what I want you to do is just I want you to write this. I'll copy it, please, to save time. That's why I'm doing that. But I will not forget to remove my comments here. So I have this way. So when I run this, you see that it will be executed. That is using the do while. Telling to do why something is happening. So you see that this do while and the while loop executes in the same manner. So but something that executes in different manner is this loop that is called do until. We have a loop called do until. Okay, so I'll comment this out. Please, if you need the codes, you can just indicate and I will send the codes to you. But okay, I might also decide to drop the code in my GitHub channel, which will serve, which the link will be provided for you to access it. So this is do until. So I have this. I'll take the declaration again, which is this. I'll just pick this. So I have do until. Now how this do until works is until something becomes false, then it will work. Why do why or why is until something becomes true. So until I is greater than 10, it should not work. So until I is greater than 10, I want you to continue to do this. Continue to write console dot write I, then something else should go here, which is I plus equal to 1. This is the short form of writing I equals to I plus 1. So when I run this, you see that it will execute for me. It will execute for me perfectly. It's 1 to 10. Take note that the difference between the why do and do until, the why do and do until, or the why loop and the do why, the why loop and the do why, or the do why and the while loop. Sorry, what am I saying? I'm mixing up. Difference between the while loop and the do while and do until is that both the while loop and the do while consider when it is true. When this is true, it will continue to execute. But the do until considers when it is false. It will continue to execute as long as it is false, but once it becomes true, it will stop its execution. While the other loops, the while loop or the do while loop, will execute as long as it is true. Then when it becomes false, it stops its execution. Now there's a fifth kind of loop which works very well with array, and that is for each loop. For each. So before I'll show you that for each, I would like to give you some. I'd like to give you a tutorial on arrays. Then after giving you a tutorial on arrays, then I will show you the for each loop, because that is what actually the for each works for. But in the next video, we'll be writing a program to print if a number is a prime or the number is not a prime. Thank you for your time. Please do have a nice time, and see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you.